Good morning, Ma'am Ray Ann Kabatingan. I am Kate Lafnal Hamuner, Bachelor of Science in Social Work. For now, I am going to explain the 1987 Philippine Constitution, Article 3, Section 13. But before I will going to proceed the explanation, um, I hope we all guys are aware of our human rights. I hope um, we are aware because this is our rights. The human rights are the basic rights and the freedom that belongs to all person in the world, to every person from birth until death. These basic rights are based on the shared values like dignity, fairness, equality, respect, and independence. And these values are defined and protected by the law. So therefore, we must not be afraid to fight for our rights because there is a law to protect us. Knowing the fact that the law are the one who stated our rights and we are just fighting for our rights, so the law itself had a responsibility to protect us because they are the one who state and protect our rights. Okay, this article section 3 states that all persons except those charged with offenses punishable by reclusion perpetua, when evidence of guilt is strong, shall before conviction be bailable by sufficient sureties or be released on recognizance as may be provided by the law. The right to bail shall not be impaired even when the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus is suspended. Excessive bail shall not be required. So therefore, it means that even if you are committed in such wrongdoings and you are deserved to be in prison, you still have a right to be bailed, except if you are punishable of the so-called reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment. But for you to understand, guys, why is it if you are already convicted of the so-called reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment, why you are not already allowed to bail? Why? Because, but first I would like to elaborate first the difference between the reclusion perpetua and life imprisonment, because I know that a lot of us are stuck in the thought that reclusion perpetua and life imprisonment are just having the same meaning, but definitely in the law they are not very they are really far from each other. They have really far difference from each other. This reclusion perpetua is the person that is convicted in this case is really needed to be in prison for about the duration of 20 to 40 years. But after 30 years of being suffered in prison, um, he had a chance that being convicted will become eligible for pardon after 30 years. So while this life imprisonment, the duration of this life imprisonment is indefinite. Therefore, it means that as long as the person being convicted of this life imprisonment is alive or breathing, he will be imprisonated. So long, entire life is being in prison. So the person that is described in this article, in which had a rights to bail, they are not really that their rights to bail is not be impaired even if the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus is suspended and the excessive bail is not really required. So as long as a particular person is not convicted of reclusion perpetua or life imprisonment, the law has needed to protect its rights, and with the law the person could fight for his own rights also. So by the way, what is the purpose of bail? So the purpose of bail is to relieve an accused from imprisonment until his conviction and yet secure his appearance at the trial. Yes, because the bail is just only allowed right before the conviction, but right after the conviction, bail is not already allowed. So if you want to be released, so uh, secure to bail right before the conviction, because it is very sure that after the conviction you were not allowed to bail. So in what form do the prisonated person could bail? It may be in the form of cash, form of deposit or property bond, or bond secure from a surety company or recognizance. So that is the form that of bail that could might be the choices of the person involved. So I hope we all guys are um, know and aware of our rights, so that uh, we know how to place ourselves and we know how to fight for it. So that's it for this article section 13. That's all.